Welcome to Heartistry Tuesday Tips, and today we're going to talk about dehydrating. One of my favorite things to do. I like to dehydrate everything. It stores nicely and you can have it all year round. But today I'm going to do some basil, and I have some mint leaves right here that happen to be growing right next to it. So this is super simple, but let me talk to you about this basil plant. It's getting so big. It was tiny little plants, but now it's gotten just out of control. But what happens is, see these little flower things that bud? I have to come on a regular basis and pick these off because the plant will go insane. And so even by doing this on a regular basis, look how big this thing's gotten. It's not going to hurt it if you keep trimming it down. It's good for it. It keeps it strong and healthy. But if you don't take care of these, you are going to have an out of control basil plant. And this happens to be in a container. So obviously there's other things growing, which my parsley is all done. I've already took everything off my parsley. So this is the end. I just need to pull these out. And back here I have my cilantro, which is coming to an end, and I need to pull these out because otherwise they flower. So it's really easy. You could just take any part of the plant. I'll just take a whole thing, and I just take them in, and I will show you how to dehydrate them. And we'll grab some mint while we're at it. Mint also grows really wild. If you don't keep this trimmed, you too will also, it will just take a whole yard. It goes crazy mint. So I keep it really tight, really clean, just what I need. And when it's over, I just dehydrate. But these two plants can be wild, wild, wild. So definitely want to keep an eye on these and trim them. And these don't take a whole lot of water. These do really well. This has a drip system on it, and it's 3 days a week, and it runs for like 7 minutes each time. And they do super well without a whole lot of water. Being in California, it gets really hot. So sometimes if it's, 100-degree weather 3 days in a row, I'll come out and water it in between. But mostly, it's really healthy, strong plant. But let's go in the kitchen and let me show you how to dehydrate. We're back in the kitchen. I've washed and took all the stems off of the basil and the mint, and it's wash and just lay them out. Try not to have them overlap, and you just give them a lot of space. You can put underneath those silicone mats, and it will not let the stuff drip through. But I don't use the silicone mats on these because it's a big leaf, and you don't need to worry about it, because when it shrinks, it's still big enough not to go through the holes. And then when I pick it up, then I like to leave the leaves whole when they're dry and put them in containers. Some people like to crunch them up and make them into powder. Either way works, but it's as easy as that. This is how simple dehydrating is. So, and then I have the mint here. We'll do the mint one. I do see that I have a few apricots sitting in front of me that I've been waiting for them to ripe. I'll throw those in there as well. So when you do the herbs, it's good to give them enough space so that the air can go through. Whoa. But one of the things you need to know is that your dehydrator has to have a fan in it. I have an Excalibur, and I love it. And it has a fan in it, and it has many temperatures, and has lots of shelves. Most only have like 5 or 6. This one has way more than that. So I love that. But let me just show you really quick. I don't want these to go to waste. I just cut these open, take the pit out, and I'll just set them here. And you can dehydrate different things together as long as they're not potent and too strong, because the other things will absorb the flavor, obviously. But I don't mind if this smells a little minty or basil, so and I don't want these to go to waste, so I will put these in. So when you dehydrate the herbs, it is best to do it at the lowest temperature, and then let them go for about 12 hours or more, depending on your machine. You should read your directions. Each machine is going to be different. but mine will probably be about 12 hours. Okay, so I'm going to put this at my lowest temperature and I'm going to set it for 12 hours, and it will set, and I will come back later when it's done and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I've dehydrated everything, and this is, I put them in tins. This is the mint, and these leaves are pretty good size still. So I like to leave them that way because I like to put them into tea, and if they're all crunched up, it's not so good in tea unless you use a tea bag or a stream. So I put them in these, and I like to give them away as gifts. I did some oregano the other day and some sage, and it's super simple, super easy, and you can have this forever, and they last a pretty long time. So thanks for joining us for Heartistry Tuesday Tips, and don't forget to subscribe and join our Facebook and Instagram. Thanks so much.